One of the most common questions Indiana Family to Family receives from families is about how to apply for the Family Supports Waiver. You can apply online using the Bureau of Developmental Disabilities Services Gateway, also referred to as the BDDS Gateway, or fill out a physical copy of the application. If you choose to complete the paper version of the application, there are 3 parts to that application. You can access the physical application online or contact BDDS to get a copy mailed to you. The links for the BDDS Gateway, the physical application, and your local BDDS office information are all available in our Family Supports Waiver fact sheet on our website, www.inf2f.org. Also on our website is a document called the Family Supports Waiver Journey. This can be found under the resource section, and we'll go over what the application process should look like, what level of care areas are reviewed during the application process, available services under the Family Supports Waiver, and more. In this video, we'll cover some of the most common questions when filling out the paper version of the Family Support Waiver application. Let's start with the form titled Application for Developmental Disabilities Services. The top part of the application needs to be completed with the applicant's name. If you are a parent, this will be your child's information. If your child currently doesn't have a Medicaid number, that's okay to leave this question blank. If the applicant has a legal guardian, the guardian information section must be completed. If you are the applicant's parent and the applicant is under 18, you do not need to complete this section. The next section asks to describe how the disability affects your child's life. For this section, give the 2 to 3 minute version summary you'd give to someone asking about your child, but it's best to be straightforward and not sugarcoat your description. Because this is a small space on the application, you can attach an additional page if needed. Finally, on this page, you're going to sign at the bottom on the applicant's signature line. If you filled out the guardian section, then you'll want to sign on the guardian signature line. And that is it for the first part of the application. So next, we'll move to the second part, titled Authorization for Disclosure of Personal and Health Information, DDRS. DDRS stands for the Division of Disability and Rehabilitative Services. This is the administering office for the BDDS office or Bureau of Developmental Disability Service, and they are the office that receives your application. You want to give them permission to look at your child's health information and possibly educational information and any other collateral information to figure out the level of care your child might require. So again, the name and identification information will be the applicant's information. The first question asks, what personal information, including health information, are we to disclose? You can use the phrase that states, as requested by the authorized person or organization. You could also add something like for the purposes of obtaining the Family Supports Waiver to narrow it down a little bit. You can use the same phrase on the next question, which is what is the purpose of the requested disclosure of your personal information? Or use some of the language that's used here in the question on the application. The next question is to whom are we authorized to disclose your personal information? For example, you could list your child's PCP, any specialist your child sees, school officials, or you could write a general statement such as to whomever is needed to obtain medical or school records. Let's move to the second page of this part. The first question states, which DDRS program areas are you authorizing to disclose your personal information? Again, this application is going to go through BDDS, so you'll want to check the box next to the Bureau of Developmental Disability Services. Next, you'll need to set a date of expiration. You can check the box to have it automatically expire in 60 days. Check the next box that says expire on this date and choose a date that is 3 to 6 months in advance or even a year later. Or you can check the box next to expire on this event and use a general statement such as upon being invited to the Family Supports Waiver or upon receipt of the Family Supports Waiver. You will then want to sign it. If someone helps you complete the waiver application, you will want to have them fill out the box for the personal representative's information. And that completes the second part of the application. The final part is the confirmation of diagnosis form. The top part with the applicant's information is all you'll need to fill out. The middle section is to be filled out by the child's physician, and the bottom section is for the BDDS office to complete. You could also include a self-addressed stamped envelope when you drop this form off to your child's doctor's office in order for the form to be easily mailed back to you. You'll want to get it back so that you can get completed copies of the full application for yourself before submitting it to the BDDS office. You'll then want to submit the full application to your local BDDS office. Again, you can find your local BDDS office by using the link in our fact sheet that is listed on our website. You should then be contacted by BDDS, typically within 15 business days, to set up an appointment once they've received your application. If you have additional questions about the Family Supports Waiver application and would like additional peer-to-peer support, you can contact Indiana Family to Family at 844-323-4636 or email us at info@inf2f.org.